Welcome, arithmetic ninjas, to adding and subtracting fractions. But this time we've got different denominators. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got question number 1, 1/8 plus 1/4. Now, firstly, you've got to see if one of the denominators can be easily changed into the other one. And in this case, the 4 can easily be changed into the 8 by just doubling it. So let's do that. Let's just double the 4 to make the 8. But you can't just double the 4 to make 8. You need to double the 1 as well. Whatever you do to the bottom number, you need to do exactly the same to the top. So double that 1 is 2. So basically, 1/4, we've now made an equivalent fraction of 2/8. Now we've changed the 1/4 into an equivalent fraction of 2/8. You could actually scribble out the 1/4 because we're not actually looking at that anymore. We're looking at the 2/8. So we've made a new question, 1/8 plus 2/8. Now they've got the same denominator. It's like saying what's 1 car plus 2 cars, where the unit is cars. 1 car plus 2 cars would be 3 cars. So 1/8 plus 2/8 is 3/8. So the final answer to question number 1 is 3/8. Question number 7. We've got 2/3 minus 1/12. Again, can we do anything to the 3 to make it easily turning into a 12? Well, if you times the 3 by 4, you're going to get 12. But you can't just times the bottom number by 4, you need to times the top by 4 as well. So 2 times 4 is 8. And there we've got an equivalent fraction. 2/3 has become 8/12. Now we've got an equivalent fraction, we don't really need the 2/3 anymore, so scribble it out. So what we're dealing with is 8/12 take away 1/12. It's like saying 8 hippopotamuses take away 1 hippopotamus, where the unit is hippopotamuses. So 8 hippopotamuses take away 1 hippopotamus would be 7 hippopotamuses. So 8/12 take away 1/12 would be 7/12. So the answer for this one is 7/12. Moving on to question 10. Again, we need a common denominator. So we've got a 4 and a 20. Is there anything we can do to the 4 to make it into the 20? Well, we could times by 5. So 4 times by 5 is 20, but you can't just times the 4 by 5, you need to times the 1 by 5 as well. 1 times 5 is 5. So the equivalent fraction to 1/4 is 5/20. We don't need the 1/4 anymore, so scribble it out. So we've basically made a new question. We've got 13/20 take away 5/20. It's like saying 13 octopuses take away 5 octopuses would be 8 octopuses. So 13/20 take away 5/20 is 8/20. There is an alternative answer to that 8/20. You could simplify it and call it 4/10 by halving both numbers, and you could even halve both numbers again and call it 2/5. Any of those answers would get you the mark. Question 11, we've got our two denominators, 7 and 14. Can we easily do anything to the 7 to make it into 14? Well, yes, we can. We can double it. If you double the 7, you're going to get 14. You need to double the top number as well. Double 2 gives you 4. So we've basically got a new fraction of 4/14. Double both the 2 and the 7, you get 4/14. Scribble out the 2 7s because we don't need that anymore. Rewrite the question. So 4/14 add 3/14. It's like saying 4 tomatoes add 3 tomatoes is 7 tomatoes, where the unit is tomatoes. So we've got 4/14 add 3/14 is 7/14, where the unit is 14ths. 7/14 is a correct answer. If you did simplify that, you would actually get that 7 is half of 14. Both of those numbers divide by 7. 7 into 7 goes once, and 7 into 14 goes twice. So 7/14 or 1/2 would be an acceptable answer to that question. Final question, we've got denominator of 7 and 70. Can you do anything easy to the 7 to make it into 70ths? Well, we could times that by 10, which would give you 70. Then you've got to times the 4 by 10 as well, which will give you 40. So we're basically dealing with 30 70ths plus 40 70ths, which is going to give me 70 70ths. Now 70 70ths is basically like a whole one, because it means 70 divided by 70, and 70 divided by 70 is one whole one. So the final answer to this one is actually 1 whole, or just 1. Now we've had a go at questions 1, 7, 10, 11 and 14. You can go back and try the ones that we've missed out. Good luck!